So your display of technique and the use of it, excellent, excellent. And that's a testimony to practice. It's very obvious that you have practiced and you have trained and you've trained hard and you've inculcated a lot of it. So your technique is great. It's good. Now what you need is polish. Right? My main suggestion, and this is a strengthener, not something, it's a strengthener, is forget about the technique. Start moving your feet. Let your body do the work. You notice how even with the randori here, for some of the things you're doing, you start getting tired. Not that your randori wasn't beautiful, it was. But we can still tell that you're getting a little tired. And it's because you're trying to rely on the technique instead of movement. Right? But this will come. This will come. And in fact, it's just a natural stage. It's the next level, which you are ready for. And it's very obvious that you are. Right? So, yeah, I thought the test was brilliant. Again, there's always things we can polish up. But other than that, I thought it was a beautiful display of artistry.
Karen, do you want to give him some feedback?
Sure. As Jim said, it was a really nice test and all that, and I definitely want to repeat what he said about moving your feet, in particular with our Joe techniques and such. I know we talked about that last night in practice, so we just got to move more. We can't get ourselves planted and grounded, but everything else, beautiful, worked just fine. Really enjoyed it.
Kevin.
Yes, I enjoyed it as well. Josh, it was very enlightening, and I enjoyed practicing with you during the lessons and the UK during your test. It's an honor and privilege, and I learned a lot through that. I really was impressed with the drill where I was trying to lift your arm. I could really feel your weight underside, and as soon as you released it, I just basically throw myself, and you're just sucking out away. Fall into a vacuum. You really feel that when you do that.
Excuse me, Bill.
Excellent mechanics in all of your Aikido techniques. Very detail oriented. Your phone scenario, I felt like I was in Liam Neeson movie for a few minutes there. One thing that I would recommend, which was more noticeable on the Kotegashi, is to keep your posture up, keep your chest up, and as James said, you're definitely ready for that next level.
David.
Amazing test. I don't have much more to add. And to come up with criticism is think hard, really. But to add something, the only thing is that you look stiff sometimes, but I think it's a function of everything else, what they're saying is moving and everything else. But you've got everything else. They're ready for that. It was wonderful. Congratulations. Excellent test.
Gilles.
Great test. I get to practice with Josh on a weekly basis and the other school, and then also get to hook with him. And you could tell that all that practice has really paid off. It was really smooth. Like they said, the only criticism is a little bit of stiffness, but I think we're already seeing the beginnings of that smoothness and relaxation in the phone exercise. The movements came naturally and extended out of them. So I think that's a kind of a glimpse of what things to come.
Bob.
Let me say one more thing. Oh, no, go Bob, please, go ahead.
Well, I'm sitting here recording this whole thing, so it's probably going to come out a little loud for you. Sorry about that, Josh. One thing I noticed just in the recording is everything was at the same level as far as your movement goes, laterally, left to right. I thought it was beautiful to watch that. And one of the things that, as Bill said, you did had a tendency to lean over sometimes, but so maintaining that center and then moving laterally, you would just take it to a whole different level and start communicating essentially that strength that you have that's obvious, but turning it into a much more flowing lateral movement. And it was a beautiful thing to watch, especially here on the small screen. So congratulations.
So I'm very pleased, by the way, that you chose to have your examination here. And one of the reasons for that, A, is to participate, but B, is so that students in this class could actually observe what excellence looks like during an exam, right? And what hard work and practice, where it takes you, right? So again, thank you for being here, and thank you for that exam.
So, life is a journey, because Inesme, she's not even here. But in the journey, our intent is to be progressive. And you're doing that. You're progressing to the next level. And that's good. And the best part of it is, when you begin to own the movements, it'll just be there. It'll just come out of you, because it's this connection to it. And you'll begin to flow with feel and feel the flow. And that's what takes it to a different level. And you're on your way. I mean, everybody's wanting that. There were glimpses of it on your test. I forgot what part was it here. You just, he went right over your head or something. You were doing something, and you'll see it. It was so natural. You just let go, and you just flowed with it. So it's there. It's coming out. It's coming out. And those are good feelings that you won't, it'll stay with you, and you can relive those moments. I'm really pleased with your progress, and I wanted to bring you here because I think when you work hard for something, it's good to share that part, that determination, like James was saying, to others, because there's an attitude that comes with your training, the mindset. It's called conditioning, and that, like, I'm going to go to class, I'm going to learn, and even though people get frustrated because it doesn't happen right away, it doesn't stop you from going to class, because you're going to get through those obstacles, if you want to call it that. And that's a conditioning of the mind, and the body follows that conditioning. So that's an important part of our training, or any discipline that you endeavor. These are the things sometimes other students don't see. But I know there's something that you really are striving for, and that we're all striving for this, and that's the calmness of the mind, because that's where everything is. It comes right down to the calmness of the mind. That Aikido is whatever comes towards you, but as long as you have that calmness of the mind, you're going to be able to do what you have to do to get through that. So, and I know we have had conversations on that, and just keep that intent, because it's going to happen. But I'm very pleased, and as you can see by the comments, they're very amazed also, and like I said, and I am inspired by my students. The student becomes the teacher becomes the student. It happens. So thank you for that inspiration today. Is there anything that you would like to say?
Just thank you for hosting my test here, and thank you to everybody that participated and came to observe.
Okay. Would you like to come up here and receive your certificate? This certificate is awarded to Josh Morgan for diligently practicing the arts and principles of Aikido and successfully fulfilling all requirements to assume the responsibilities of Nikyu and understanding of Aikido as it pertains to life, sign, and